As we stand in the days before Rosh Hashanah, I would like to share with you a beautiful explanation from the Rebbe's father, Reb Levi Yitzchok, that's all. To give a short introduction to the style and the derech halimud, the way the Rebbe's father would learn, some have a grave mistake when they look into the Rebbe's father's svarim. They right away see gematriyos, they see names, all different types of names of Hashem, and they think it's just a book full of numerical values, of gematriyos. And this is a terrible mistake. It's not so. The Rebbe's father always has a theme, a concept, but because of shleimus HaTorah, the completeness of Torah, he also shows how it fits in the realm of gematria and how every letter in Torah is so exact, and the words that are picked by Hashem, by Torah, fits from every corner and angle and detail. And this is going to be an example. We all know Rosh Hashanah is the day that Adam and Chava, Adam and Chava were created. There's a famous question that if you look how Hashem created Adam and Chava, there are 3 steps. First, they were one entity. They were one being. I'm not going to go into the famous argument if Adam and Chava were Siamese twins, like the Gemara says, or Chava was taken from a rib, Vayiven es Hatzela. That's irrelevant. The main point is that Adam and Chava originally was one entity, one body. Afterwards, it says in the pasuk in Bereshis, Vayapel Hashem Elokim Tardema al Adam. Hashem casted a deep sleep on Adam Rishon, Vayishon, and he fell asleep. And then it says that Hashem separated, Vayikach Achas Mitzaloisov, Vayiska Bosa Tachtan. He took a part of Adam Rishon and he created Chava. And then it says, after they were separated into 2 separate beings, which in Kabbalistic language that was called the Nesira, the separation. Afterwards, what did Hashem say? I want you to come back together, and v'hoyu lebasar echad. You should bond and become one entity again. The Rebbe's father says that the way Hashem created Adam and Chava tells a Yid, tells every single Jew, this is exactly his mission and the mission of all Jews, exactly in the way Hashem created Adam and Chava. Now it says in the Arizal, Tardema has the same numerical value. Tardema adds up to 649. It has the same numerical value as Targum. Targum is a translation of the Torah, of the Hebrew language, into other languages. And what's the connection between Targum and Tardema? Also, the Rebbe's father brings for that Tardema, 649, adds up 3 times to the word Gevura. Gevura is 216. If you count that 3 times, it's 648. And plus the koilel, you combine it all together, it's 649. There is a famous question that, as mentioned earlier, Adam and Chava were created originally as one entity. No other creature or species was created like that in the 6 days of creation. When Hashem created males and females of other animals, they were separate, Zohar and Akeva, males and females. But only by man, by Adam Rishon, on Rosh Hashanah, there was 3 steps. First, they were one entity, then there was a separation, and then the intention was to bring them back together. That explains, as mentioned, this is the key focus of every single year. Before Hashem created the world, everything was all one entity, was Hashem. Afterwards, Hashem made as if it looks like there's two parts. There's the Hashem and there's the world. The world there's Hashem Havaya, Hashem Alekim. There's a place of revelation of godliness, and then there's the place what was called the Tzimtzum, the separation, which in the open, we don't see godliness in the revealed way. It's concealed over there. What is the task of man? That he should bring these two parts together. So exactly the way Hashem created Adam and Chava on Rosh Hashanah, and it's known that on Rosh Hashanah is what's called Binyan HaMalchus. Malchus, every time in the Rebbe's father's words, the word Malchus means literally this physical word. Ein Melech B'lo Yam, there's no king without a nation. And as explained in Tanya, that goes on this physical, low world in a spiritual sense. And our job is to reconnect the world and Hashem. So our task, our mission, is exactly a line of how Adam and Chava were created. First, everything was Hashem. Everything was united and bonded with Hashem. Afterwards, there was a separation. There was a tzimtzum, there was a siluk, as if. And Hashem brought the Jewish people down to this world. I want you to be the one that should fulfill this Vahoyu L'Basar Echad, that the world and Hashem should become one entity again. There should be complete revelation, and the world should see that everything comes from Hashem. That is also what the Rebbe's father says. Originally, everything was Hebrew. Everything was Lashon HaKodesh, the holy language. Then came the world, 70 nations in the world, also Targum. And the ultimate goal of the Targum is that we should go into the world, to the other languages, to elevate the world, and to bring that, so the separation, so to say, which doesn't have a open and clear connection to holiness, and bond it with holiness. And that's why the Rebbe's father said this beautiful thing, that we have the Targum on Torah. Who was the one who was chosen by Hashem to translate the Torah was Unkelis Hagir. He was a convert, to show that that's exactly what Targum is, and why Hashem made this Tardema, which is the numerical value of Targum, that the other languages of the world, which is Aramaic or other languages, they should be elevated. And this convert who was first outside from the realm of holiness, he was from the nations of the world, from the Targum world. He himself should become a ger, a convert, and reconnect to his source, to Hashem, and also translate the Torah and connect the Torah Shebeksav and the Targum together, the Vahoyu L'Basar Echad. And that's why Tardema has the same numerical value as Targum. And just like you have it in Torah, the way this Unkelis Hager did it, he accomplished this, the same way is also the mission of every single Yid. That when you go out into the world, it looks like there's a separation between Hashem and the world. But our job is that we should make Vahoyu L'Basar Echad, Hashem and the world should become one, till we'll complete this task when Mashiach will come. This will also explain why Tardema adds up exactly to 3 times Gevura. But that's a little longer explanation, and we will leave it for a future class. A good Shabbos.